President Trump spent much of the week in New York with his first major address to the United Nations, a speech that included echoes of his presidential campaign.
As President of the United States, I will always put America first.
Trump's approval rating has improved after his decision to work with Democrats on the budget and his administration's response to recent hurricanes. How long Trump's bipartisan approach will last is hard to know, says analyst Bill Galston.
When it comes to President Trump, I've gotten out of the prediction business. For now, this is a significant shift of strategy and tactics. There's no way of knowing whether it will last.
Bipartisan cooperation does not extend to health care, where Senate Republicans like Lindsey Graham are making one final effort to repeal and replace Obamacare.
I do not want to go back to South Carolina and say that I did everything I could to repeal Obamacare and not believe it in my heart.
Trump supports the effort.
If this happens, it will be a great thing for the country.
Democrats, including former President Barack Obama, warned that millions could lose their health insurance coverage.
It is aggravating. And all of this being done without any demonstrable economic or actuarial or plain common sense rationale, it frustrates.
Trump remains determined to show his supporters that he can follow through on his campaign pledge to undo Obamacare, says historian Alan Lichtman.
I think these are people who are genuinely hurting, who have been left behind in the new economy, and who thinks a straight shooting, straight talking businessman who'll stand up to the Chinese and the Mexicans could help them economically.
But even with his slight improvement in the polls, Trump's approval remains historically weak, says Gallup pollster Frank Newport.
And the bottom line is he's doing worse in his first year than any other newly elected president has done in their first year. And that would be going back to Dwight Eisenhower.
A Senate vote on the latest Republican health care plan is expected next week. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.